This week on Steel Horse Thunder,
Might be the free hot dogs we give out every year.
we cover one of the biggest poker runs in Bloomington on Saturday of Miracle Ride Weekend.
Last year, for sure, they said that Bloomington Harley had the largest startup group, so it's always cool to be a part of that.
It's Southside Harley Davidson's 70th anniversary.
I've been involved with the business ever since I was 14 years old, so I've been here all 70 years. Started out sweeping floors and washing windows and slowly worked my way through the organization.
All that and much more on Steel Horse Thunder.
You're cracking me up.
Steel Horse is brought to you by LADENDORF Law with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
At Hangout of Flames, we've added a lot to our showroom. We've added lots of biker gear, lots of lighting, a lot of accessories. We've added Parts Unlimited and drag specialties to our unlimited supply of parts we can get for you.
Here at Hangout of Flames, we let you come in the back, show you things about your bike that you didn't know, teach you about them, and work with you on your bikes. We work on metric standards, Yamaha, Harley, four-wheelers, dirt bikes, everything and anything you have. It's a great place to come in and get your bike worked on, or even come in and hang out.
Motorcycle riders want the freedom of the open road. Unfortunately, other motorists often do not give riders the proper attention the law requires. Call us at LADENDORF Law. Like family, because we are.
Mother Nature is my playground, and when I hit the trail, I drive hard. And Mother Nature, she hits back even harder. Line-X protects my vehicle inside and out, guaranteed to withstand even the harshest of elements. I've learned that anything worth protecting is worth overprotecting. Because when protection matters most, I Line-X it.
Hey man, it's a beautiful Saturday morning. This place is hopping. We're here in Bloomington at Harley Davidson of Bloomington. Cindy, what in the world is going on?
Well, this is the day before the big ride tomorrow at Riley Hospital, and it is going to be awesome.
It's the poker runs. Let's go find out how they're doing.
So, KRISTEN, we're here at this poker run for the Miracle Ride, but the last time I saw you, you didn't have any clothes on, and I didn't either.
I know. It's how you get to know each other. It's so much warmer now, thank God. And just out here for the Miracle Ride. This is our 6th year doing it. We're super excited.
It's pretty awesome, and this is supposed to be the biggest place that gets the registration for the Miracle Ride, and it's always busy down here.
I think so. Last year, for sure, they said that Bloomington Harley had the largest startup group, so it's always cool to be a part of that.
So you've been doing it 6 years in a row.
This is our 6th year, yep.
Do you always come here?
We do. We always start out at Bloomie. It's kind of a tradition. Our group is a little bit smaller this year than it normally is, but we're thinking of everybody that normally comes with us and can't be here this year.
Well, tomorrow's going to be a great day for the Miracle Ride.
Oh my gosh, the weather's perfect. I'm so excited. It's always fun.
It is. Well, thank you for being out here, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Good to see you guys again.
So are you the suntan lotion guy?
Yeah.
Are you going around to everybody because it's hot today?
It's definitely hot.
Well, it's going to be a good day, and I'm thankful for the suntan lotion, and I'm thankful for the sun today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a perfect day.
Are you guys heading out to the Riley Ride tomorrow?
Yes.
Miracle Ride?
We're actually a sponsor.
Oh, are you?
Called the Brits Crew.
The what?
Brits Crew.
So how long you been doing this ride?
This will be my 15th year.
Well, that's pretty amazing.
Yep. I started in 04, and I've not missed one yet. So
pretty cool.
now I'm just praying that the rain stays away tomorrow.
It's going to. It's not going to come in until after 5. Everybody will be home, and it'll all be good.
That's good. That's good. Thank
Well,
you.
you guys enjoy it.
Hey man, we're down here at Bloomington Harley Davidson. To me, it's the gateway of the great Southern Indiana riding community. I got Jeff Stevens, the owner of Bloomington Harley Davidson. Jeff, we're here for the poker run, for the Miracle Ride, and I know you guys have always been the #1 stop. How do you guys do it?
I think we're just blessed with a great area. People want to come down here to ride, so we got the curvy roads and a lot of hills and great staff, and might be the free hot dogs we give out every year. So we give out about 800 free hot dogs every year for this.
Well, I know the crowd is finally starting to thin out a little bit, but there's still a big long line, people getting registered, and it's got to make you feel good to know that you guys are able to be a part of raising so much money for Riley Hospital.
Yeah, well, it looks like a great weekend for the Riley Miracle Ride. Weather's going to be perfect. People were anxious to get out. Registration wasn't going to start till 9. They were people were here at 8 o'clock, and it looks like the biggest crowd that we've had here. So people are anxious to get out and ride, and it looks like a great weekend for it.
Yeah, and you say that because we've had a pretty wet spring. It's been a pretty wet spring, so I think everybody's very happy to see the nice, dry, warm riding weather. Now, I know you guys did a lot of remodeling here last year. Tell me a little bit about what you've done to the dealership.
Well, we just freshened it up. We've been here almost 20 years, and it's basically a pole barn, so try to spruce it up a little bit. We put a nice awning along the front of it, redid the entrance, tore out some walls inside, improved the customer lounge, the service ride-up area, just made some improvements that we needed to make our business more efficient and make it more comfortable for our customers too.
And you guys have always been very customer-oriented down here. I know this is where Cindy and I have bought all of our Harleys and Buells have all come from this dealership. I mean, it's hard to believe 17 years ago is when I bought that Road King, and I'm still riding it with 160-some thousand miles on it. Very little work ever done to it.
We need to talk to you about trading then, so get you on one of the new Milwaukee 8s.
I got the chance to ride one, and I like them a lot. They finally came out with something that made me say, you know what, it's about time for me to upgrade, because they are really nice motors.
Yep, it's an incredible product. We're excited to have it. Been doing a lot of demo rides. I tell people don't ride it unless you want to buy it, because once they ride it, they do want to buy it. So.
Well, Jeff, I'm going to let you go. I know you're in the process of helping with the money and the change and all that kind of stuff, so I know you're really busy. But thank you so much for talking to us, and thank you so much for what Bloomington Harley Davidson does for the Miracle Ride.
Well, that's great. We're just glad to be in a position to do this. The Miracle Ride's our #1 fundraiser for the year. We look forward to it every year, and should be great.
You guys over here sitting on the bench, you guys waiting for the bus?
No, we're deciding what we're going to do.
It's about the only shady spot in the parking lot, so you actually picked the right place to sit down. I just didn't know if you were waiting for traffic to clear out, waiting for the bus to come by. I wasn't quite sure. I didn't see any pigeons.
Taxi.
Waiting on the taxi?
Waiting on taxi.
I wonder if anybody's ever done that. Ubered the poker run. You could call Uber and have Uber take you around for the entire poker run. I think that's
That would be mighty expensive, I would think.
Hey, we're here to do the poker run for the Miracle Ride. I just want to ask you right off, what are you riding right here?
This is a Yamaha Super Tenere. It's their version of adventure type bike, comparable to the Beast Drum and BMW and those type of models.
I was going to say, I just rode a KTM, has an adventure bike that I just rode. I really liked it a lot. I was amazed at the amount of power it has. Is this thing pretty quick?
This is more than quick enough for any bike, anything you got to do. It's also, this type of bike is good when you get into a rougher pavement area. You can do some mild off-road with it. I haven't finished setting up all things on there to really start getting more off-road, but you can do a little bit on there. But you got to keep in mind it's a little heavier than a true dual-purpose bike and adjust according that way. But as long as you're a competent rider, it's more than capable to do some off-road.
Well, they're fun. I know I had a blast when I was riding that one, and they are a lot of fun to ride. So the Miracle Ride, Poker Run, have you done this before?
I have many times. This, I believe, is my 13th time of doing this.
Wow.
So it's always for a good cause. We support Riley. They need every bit of help we can give them.
Well, and most people don't understand, this is where most of the money comes in. It's the Saturday before the big ride around the track and by the hospital. This is where all the money comes in on these poker runs. Now, do you still do the ride on Sunday?
I do off and on. We're part of another group. We're doing it today. We're on the front row for our fundraising, so we're going around the track there. But I always try to participate on a Saturday part because that's what they're pulling the money in. Get extra donations from your friends, family, and everything, everything to help Riley out.
Well, man, we appreciate what you're doing, and I know here in Bloomington, this has been the #1 poker run stop since they've been doing them, and it's obvious because there's a lot of people in and out of here.
So, David, we're here at this poker run. Beautiful day. And you're all dressed up with a hat. Aren't you hot?
Not when the bike's moving. It's worth it.
Is it worth it?
Oh yeah, people, we've been doing this ride. This is our 13th year. And people I met 5 years ago or 10 years ago, they find me.
That's pretty cool.
That's the reason I do it.
That's the reason you wear the hat. Well, I have to say, I love the jacket also. It's a tail, well, yeah, it's a tail. It's pretty cool. So what is this hat? Do you really wear this on the bike?
Yes. Stays on at 85 miles an hour.
And how do you do that?
Well, when I was younger, I'd tell people I use staples, but since I'm older and not as tough, I had to go to Velcro. And
So you Velcro it to your head?
But if you ask my wife, she'll tell you there's so much dead airspace between my ears, it's a natural vacuum.
You're cracking me up.
That's what I hope to do.
Okay, well, the back of your hat says something, so I want you to turn around and show everybody that this is actually approved for riding. Which is pretty cool. I am so glad to see you here.
There's not even a rabbit on the inside.
Well, where's the rabbit at?
I got hungry.
Man, I got to tell you, I don't even know what I'm looking at right here, but I know I like it. Tell me a little bit about this machine.
It's an 81 1100 Gold Wing in front. It's a 455 Olds Tornado rear, and you can pretty well see the rest.
Now, did you make this yourself?
I did. It's 8 years old.
How long did it take to build something like this?
I have about 900 hours in it.
Now, I mean, I'm looking at it, and it's spectacular. And I know I would imagine everywhere you go, you have people coming up asking you about this.
Got to look at it. I mean, take pictures of it.
Now, I did notice when I was looking at the motor, you actually have a set of pipes coming up out of the top, and you also have a set of pipes on the bottom. I noticed you had some valves on the ones up top. Can you explain that to me?
The valve shuts the loud pipes off, and it goes to a system on the bottom that's quiet. So I can ride with the Honda boys or the Harley boys, either one. So.
That's genius. I love that. Man, I tell you what, there's some kids now that are all grown up. They used to tear up my yard with their bicycles. Now they wake me up with their loud trucks. They need a system like that on those trucks.
Jake brakes is the worst thing on them trucks.
Right.
Right. They're the loudest thing there is, I think.
So, I mean, how much fun is it riding this?
Oh, it's tremendous. I mean, she goes to sleep sitting back there on the dang thing, and I hit the brakes and she falls over and hits the seat. But,
I love it. I absolutely love it. And you're out here doing the Miracle Ride Poker Run today. Is this going to be up there at the ride tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, we're going to have to take a look and see if we can find you up there. I know there's usually 4,000 or 5,000 people up there, so it's a little hard to find everybody.
The needle in the haystack. Just look for the group of people. It'll be me, probably.
All right, well, you be safe. Enjoy the weather today. We're going to enjoy good weather tomorrow for the ride, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, so I hear you're the riding buddy. You're from Louisville. You came up here for this ride. Tell me about why you came up here for this ride.
Rachel keeps telling me it's for a good cause, and then...
Okay, you don't blame the woman.
Well, that's not the only reason. There's another woman at work that I work with. Her son had a procedure done here too. So I said that's another reason to come. So I just came for both those reasons.
Well, you came a long way from Louisville, and this is a great ride. I don't know how many times you've done it, but it is a great ride. It's for a great cause. How many times have you done it?
Just twice so far.
So you plan on coming back every year, though?
Yep, why not? Got to do it.
Why not? And I see you went to the boogie, too.
Yeah, I got to do that, too.
That's a little bit both sides, but, this is a great cause. So you guys be safe today. I'm so glad to see you here today.
All right, thank you.
Don't look now. Crambo's isn't just paint. It's your one-stop shop for motorcycle gear, parts, and service. Crambo's, voted the Indy A-List #1 motorcycle shop 2 years running, has expanded with the state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment for tuning your fuel-injected Harley and a new paint facility to make your bike stand out from all the others. Crambo's also has a new retail area complete with leather, chrome, audio, and all your parts and service needs. Crambo's, voted #1 for a reason.
You have been injured in an automobile collision, and suddenly your vocabulary has been expanded to include terms totally unfamiliar to you. We know accidents can be overwhelming to the injured victims and their families. You know you can put your trust in the familiar faces of LADENDORF Law. We take care of you and your family so that you can focus on recovering from your injuries. LADENDORF Law, like family, because we are.
Hey, I'm with Vince at Renegade Classics, 96 and Allisonville Road. Vince, what's going on this year?
Well, we tried for the summer season, we tried to expand on more popular lines. We've increased our accessories. Kiriakin's got a couple new lines we're carrying, increased our helmet volume, and increased our boots. So all the stuff that people seem to want most in the summer, we try to get more of for you.
Right on. And you guys are still hosting a lot of rides and allowing rides to start here and
Absolutely.
end here?
Yeah, we'll host anyone's event. And just keep an eye on your calendar or on our Facebook page, and we'll keep those events posted so people can follow along.
Dude, I know things are going good, and I know you got some other things going on, and man, it's going to be another good year.
It is. It's going to be good. Starting off great already.
No doubt. And remember, when you come in here, make sure you let them know Steel Horse Thunder sent you.
Karen, you're from the Women's Freedom Ride. Tell me about what this is all about.
I'm the CEO of the Women's Freedom Ride. It's about encouraging and supporting women riders while we're honoring our veterans. Our veterans have done so much for us, and we really want to give back to them. So every year we do a ride, and 100% of what we raise on that ride goes to help out a combat veteran. The first year we got a quadruple amputee veteran a track wheelchair. Last year we helped to get a female combat veteran Purple Heart recipient a 100% mortgage-free home. This year we're doing it to raise for service dogs for combat veterans, with the first one going to a female combat veteran that did 3 tours in Iraq and was hit with an IED and is now in a wheelchair. So it's just, our veterans done a lot for us, and people don't really realize that anymore, so we try to do that. And at the same time, we try to support women that are wanting to ride, thinking about getting right, and tell them, say, come on, try it. Get out there, and it never hurts to try.
Okay, but where are you from? Because you said you weren't from here.
I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. I've got women on the ride with me that rode in from Washington, Oregon, Maine, Texas, Southern Florida. They came in from all across the United States, and they met me in Charleston. We've had hundreds of women that have met us for a few hours, few days, that have come in and just rode with us for a little bit. We've had people chase us down in parking lots at gas stations going, "You're those women." And so far we've raised probably about $15,000. And it costs $21,000 for the dog we're getting. So we're working hard.
Well, I think you're going to make the money. How many women do you have riding with you right now?
Right now we have 24 women that are riding. We do have one lady that's in the truck because her bike broke down. But 24 are actually on the road right now with me today. And we did have, yesterday we had 36.
So how many states do you go through when you do this? Do you map out a big long ride for everyone?
Well, we map out the route. The first year was Charleston to San Diego, California and back. Last year we did 18 states in 18 days. This year we did 19 states in 18 days. First year was the lower half of the U.S. Last year was the central half. This year we are actually doing the whole upper part of the U.S., so we'll make sure we've covered all of America.
So how did you decide to come here to Southside Harley?
When we know a route and I set up the route, I contact the Harley Davidsons in those areas and I ask them, would you be interested in us stopping by? And when I talked with Sandy Hunt here, she actually said, "Oh wow, that's the day that we're having our 70th anniversary party," and I'm like, perfect for us to ride into. But it's just, we send out, contact the different Harleys and places and say, would you be interested? We have Harleys across the country that do lunch for the girls, refreshment stops, dinner, and just whatever they can to help us get the word out about what we're doing, because right now, almost 18% of all riders are women. And that's a huge market for all these dealerships, and we're growing in numbers.
Women's Freedom Ride, and you guys are doing an awesome job for the veterans. Keep it up, and I hope that you guys just get a bunch of more ladies to go with you and ride all over the place.
Ride with us sometime. You'd have a ball. We have a
I
great
would love
time.
to.
It's amazing watching women celebrating each other and supporting each other, and to do it for a good cause like our veterans, that makes it awesome.
It does. Thank you so much for everything you do.
Thank you.
The attorneys at LADENDORF Law have over 100 years of experience in personal injury and wrongful death litigation. Call us at LADENDORF Law. LADENDORF Law, like family, because we are.
How would you describe, in a nutshell, what is Texas Corral?
Texas Corral is more than a restaurant. It's actually it's a Texas-themed dining experience. It's good for the whole family. If you want to come and bring everyone, or if you just want to come in and have a beer, it's totally fine either way.
And just like in Texas, everything is bigger here.
Absolutely. We have big beers, big samplers, but low prices.
So whether you're taking the family out to dinner or if you just finished riding the back roads of beautiful southern Indiana with your buddies on the motorcycles, Texas Corral is the place to be. 2 great locations.
This is a standard lawyer commercial. This is a dramatic shot of me walking down the hallway. This is a stage scene of me talking to clients, even though they're not actual clients. This is the closing shot in my office, where I say my catchphrase, looking professional and confident. Look, all lawyer commercials are the same, but not all lawyers are the same. LADENDORF Law has been involved in the motorcycle community for over 35 years, with many more years to come. LADENDORF Law, like family, because we are.
Hey, we're up here at Southside Harley Davidson. People everywhere, bikes everywhere, cakes being cut. Cindy, what is going on?
It's the 70th anniversary of Southside Harley Davidson, and this place is packed.
Let's go see if we can talk to the owners. I mean, 70 years, that's a big deal. Let's go talk to some people.
Let's go. Sandy, this is a huge event. It's the 70th anniversary. What does it take to put this thing on?
A lot of preparation, a lot of meetings with the family to see what they would like to do. And then we just start the plan in motion and start digging out all the artifacts and writing the scripts. And as far as putting on the food and all of the equipment and everything, that's pretty natural for us because we do so many events here anyway. So that part's it's just all the special stuff that we added this year that took a lot more planning. And we're really excited this year about going to the Indiana Historical Society. And they have given us the entire 4th floor. And that exhibit for the 70th anniversary for Indianapolis Southside Harley Davidson and the family will start July the 22nd and run through September the 9th.
That is cool. I didn't know that.
Yes.
That's really cool.
Yes, that is
so they're giving you the whole 2nd floor?
4th floor.
4th floor.
It'll be the 4th floor. We're taking vintage motorcycles. We've dug out all the artifacts, kind of like the stuff that we used at Pioneers, but a lot more of the family stuff. And they have taken pictures and they're putting them on the walls. Like wallpaper, and then their artifacts are going behind glass cases, and there'll be a story of George and Ann's life from the moment he walked into Harley when he, in 1922 until today, 2017. Wow.
Yeah, this is not 19 yet.
Yeah.
So is all these motorcycles going to be in the museum?
Some of them will be, some of them, and then we've got some others upstairs that we're going to take that have never been started yet, and they'll just be on display behind stanchions and things down there, and they'll all have their description and story behind them.
Very cool. Yeah. So you've been here your whole life, right?
Just about. I've known the family since the 70s, and helped raise some of the kids, and we've just all been, as the Shell Teddies do, they just take you in as family, and I just absolutely love working with the Harley Davidson people. I had Harleys all my life, with my father being an Illinois State policeman, so that was kind of a natural. And it just kind of a good fit after I actually retired from conference coordinating. So,
Bob Schultedi, 70 years. That is quite a milestone. I mean, how did that happen?
Well, my mom and dad started it. I'm 2nd generation, but I've been involved with the business ever since I was 14 years old, so I've been here all 70 years. Started out sweeping floors and washing windows and slowly worked my way through the organization. And we've been so fortunate to have family that's interested in this, so it keeps us all together and it keeps us all looking forward to the next day, really, because keeping the thing going. Everyone just loved my mom and dad, and it was passed on through the family. And therefore, we've all got this feeling of continuing on a thing that they started in 1947. So that's the way it's been, and continues. I hope it continues. I'm sure it will.
And just curiosity, how did your folks get involved? Do you know how the story behind how they got started with this?
Oh yeah, my dad was employed by Harley Davidson Motor Company for 25 years in Milwaukee, and during World War II, he got to travel the entire country setting up Army maintenance schools and service departments for the Army. And when they were able to save enough during World War II to complete a dream, which was always his, to become a dealer. And So in 1947, there were two places available that he considered. One was Omaha, and the other was Indianapolis. And thank God it became Indianapolis.
Yeah. Very thankful they chose Indianapolis because Southside has been just such a staple here in Indianapolis, Indiana, but Indianapolis especially. I couldn't imagine if you guys weren't here. Now, honestly, at 14 years old, did you ever envision all this?
Oh, God, no. And we think all the time how we know he's looking down, my mom and dad both. But he never got to see when the motorcycle, the whole industry started really growing. He didn't get to see that. He died just before. And but I know he's watching, and many a time we can feel his smile.
Yeah. Well, and you know you're doing it right. You're 70 years later, still here, going strong. How cool was it to ride that? Okay, I almost said 2016 because some people consider that an old motorcycle. You're on a 1916 motorcycle riding in here, man. I got to tell you, you look pretty cool coming in.
That's 101 years old. Well, between it and myself, it's 185.
That's a lot of year of motorcycling that came riding in.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I used to do this back in when we had our 60th, and I think the 60th anniversary is when I did. And the last time, and I had knee surgery since, both knees, and I couldn't ride it. So I couldn't start it. And they were going to start it for me. I said, no, if I can't start it, I'm not going to ride it. Yeah. And I made a milestone today because I am able to start it again. I got 2 new knees.
Well, good deal. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll be back here 5 years from now for the 75th, and I expect to see you riding that thing back in again. Shaky, I know we talked with you out at the track, and we've kind of become friends over the years now. What's going on right now? What brought you up here?
Well, since we talked, I purchased a nice Harley, and we enjoy these events here, and it's a 70th anniversary for Southside, and all these wonderful people, and fun times, good food, and the people here are great.
So how's life treating you? I understand you had a little bit of a minor setback here lately.
Yeah, I had a little setback. Come back from the racetrack, my trailer and my little pit bike, and got taken. And they got the trailer back, but the pit bike and the tools are still gone. But you got to keep positive attitude. I'm not going to hang it up. We're still going to go drag racing. We're still going to ride the Harley, enjoy times and friends, and you just got to keep going. When life brings you down, you just got to keep on going.
Yeah, no doubt. So how is the drag racing going? You're still pretty active in that, right?
Yeah, since my heart attack a year ago, I'm still going at it. I had a real good race in the end of May, and still going at it, still doing it. Had a setback with the trailer. We didn't get to make the St. Louis race, which kind of upset me, but we're going to bounce back, and we're going to hit the next one and go back at it.
How do you finish?
It's not what you ride.
It's that you ride.
There you go.
Still Horse is brought to you by LADENDORF Law with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
Down here in Bloomington. All right. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff.
I'll answer to you.
So you are the Still Horse Thunder. But wait a minute. Stop it.
Having a blast. There is people everywhere, bikes everywhere. Cindy, what is going on?
This is the 70th